Hello and welcome to the TigrePup channel. In this video, I'll be doing a partial relaxer and a semi-permanent hair color application. If this topic interests you, then please keep watching. Okay, so in this video, we're going to do a partial relaxer and a semi-permanent hair color application. The circumstances you will use a partial relaxer is when you're only going to be focusing on part of the head. If she has on the left side of her head is shaved and you wanted that hair to lay down flat, you will use a relaxer only on that part right there, if that makes any sense. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. The concept I want you to grasp is that it's only part of the head. So it wouldn't be charged a full relaxer. You would charge this for a partial relaxer. And we're going to do a semi-permanent hair color. So please enjoy this video. Okay, so right here, I'm just giving you a 360 of what the hair is looking like. I decided to go a little bit higher with the relaxer retouch. Just because I felt like it and I thought it would look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Right here, I'm just showing you the texture of the hair before we begin so we can have the before and after. As you can see, it has a little bit of a kinky texture. However, it is been straightened because we did a video on this previous where we did the relaxer. So please continue watching. Okay, so here's a list of my supplies. I have my clips, a section of hair, applicator, brush, relaxer, my timer, my comb, my gloves, and my Vaseline for protective hairline application. Okay, so we're taking a look at the back of the relaxer, as you can see, for fine hair because the hair has been previously treated. We're only going to do 10 minutes. Okay, so right here I'm basing the hairline with the petroleum jelly like I showed you before. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing here. Basically, this particular partial relaxer is the same as a regular relaxer. However, I would like to suggest doing something slightly different, okay? Because this particular relaxer is so closely applied to the scalp. Right here, I'm just basing the scalp with arching. I'm going to bump up the relaxer strength so it remains on the hair a lot shorter of a time. So it would eliminate any burning sensation on the hair. So if I used a mild, which I did in the previous video of her relaxer, I'm going to use a regular. So this particular relaxer is still a light relaxer. However, I'm going to be using regular as opposed to the mild that I used in the previous video. Okay, so I'd like you to keep that in mind. And this is to continue hair comfort for the client and to hurry up and process the hair and break down the disulfide bonds so we can hurry up and get this process over with because the hair is so short. Okay, so as the manufacturer instructions suggest, we're going to do 10 minutes for fine hair because the hair has previously been relaxed. In the previous video, I did a relaxer with a mild relaxer. And in this case, I'm using a medium, which is slightly stronger than the mild relaxer, okay? So that we can help and process our hair. Now, why would we want to do this? Because her hair is so short, I'm immediately applying it to the scalp. And in order to help and process the hair, I need to bump up the relaxer. And I'm actually going to comb the hair as well. You're going to see that in this video in an attempt to hurry up and break the bonds of the hair so that it will lay flat before her scalp starts burning or what have you. Now, you don't have to do this. You can do it the traditional way. However, if you want to ensure that you have an adequate relaxation for the client, this is only a suggestion. This is something that I would do. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can still continue smoothing the hair. But if you have short hair like this and the hair is so short you have no choice but to apply it on the scalp, This would probably make your job a lot easier, and the result would be a lot quicker for your client before she has any discomfort from any burning or irritations of the scalp, okay? Which is something we definitely want to avoid. If she should have any complications and her scalp starts burning, you have to wash that out immediately because it can cause blistering of the scalp, hair loss at the site of the overprocessing or the irritation, and we don't want that, okay? So right here, I'm just taking my comb and working the hair through. When the hair becomes easier to comb, you know that the processing is actually taking place, okay? And that's also a marker of whether or not you should rinse the relaxer out of the hair. Now, I know you're pretty much um, stimulating the scalp with the comb. However, you could use the back of the comb and not comb the hair. That is your option. However, this is what I would do, okay? Uh, I'm gently combing the hair. As we can see, we have 5 more minutes for this application to take place. If she says anything about her scalp is burning, then we would rinse that out quickly. However, if she has a sensitive scalp, I wouldn't use a lye relaxer. I would go ahead and use a no lye relaxer, because no lye relaxers are marketed for those that are sensitive scalp and burn pretty easily. Okay, and I'm just using a lye because the previous relaxer I used a lye on this particular relaxer. So her first virgin application was lye, and I'm going to do this particular retouch with the lye. Yeah, just keeping in the same product, even though I think I used Revlon for hers in mild for her virgin application. Um, but yeah, we want to make this process as quick as possible because we don't want any burning sensation. Okay, so right here, I'm just working the product through, making sure the hair is nice and smooth so we don't have an under-processed situation, which defeat the purpose of having had come in to get the relaxer in the first place, okay? So right here, after I finish combing it in, and you can feel it actually gets easier to comb as you're working the hair, the comb through. Okay, right here I'm taking I believe that's the back of the comb, and I'm rubbing it against the scalp to try to get it to the hair to lay flat in straightened position. I still have 3 minutes left and continue to work the relaxer through. She doesn't have any body heat by this being a mannequin. However, you can visualize it would process even faster if she had body heat, if that makes any sense. The short hair and the fact that it's close to the scalp, and it's just a cream that has a slightly higher strength than was recommended for. Okay, so yeah, it would process a lot faster, and she would have a lot less discomfort doing her relaxer, partial relaxer. Okay, so just see me working that through. We're gonna check our time again and again, and make sure she leaves us a satisfied client. Okay, so yeah, that's what you see me doing here. All right, we're going to take a look at the time. After this, we're going to shampoo our hair with a neutralizing shampoo as usual, and I'll be back for the semi-permanent hair color. So please continue watching. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you some leftover color I had stored up, and I'm going to add a little bit of paprika into the hair color. Right here, I've already shampooed the hair with the neutralizing shampoo, however many times I was going to do it, okay? To make sure the hair has been thoroughly neutralized. And I don't have any conditioner on the hair. Right here, I'm just showing you the texture of the hair. And I'm going to go in with the semi-permanent hair color and make my application. I would like to say after a relaxer, you could use a semi-permanent hair color. That means not demi, no volume 10, no permanent hair, no permanent no permanent hair color or anything like that, or no bleach on the same day that you would apply a relaxer of any kind. Even though I just applied it on the top, I'm still going to just use a semi-permanent hair color. Now, a semi-permanent hair color is only going to darken the hair color from what it already is, unless you use clear or something, or dilute it with clear, or use a Semi-permanent hair color that's lighter than the hair color. It's still going to darken it, but yeah. So right here, I'm just applying the semi-permanent hair color, and we can watch that as that goes on. Now, according to instructions, when you do a semi-permanent hair color, you do not sit them underneath the dryer. You just let them sit for the processing time. I believe Adore instructions say sit them underneath the dryer, but we're not going to do that because her hair has just been freshly relaxed. Her scalp is probably irritated from having to comb the relaxer in and whatnot. We definitely don't want to cause any more stress on the hair or bring blood flow to the scalp any more than what's already been done. We're just going to let this sit at room temperature for 25 minutes, and we're going to rinse it out with cool water. And if she prefers, we can put a semi-permanent hair, a shampoo, a light shampoo with a hydrating shampoo. Like I like to use Cream of Nature detangling shampoo or something like that. Or Care. It's like the same detangling shampoo, okay? Just to soften the hair because it could feel a little dry. And then instant conditioner or something like that, not a deep conditioner because we don't sit underneath the dryer, and let that sit for a couple of minutes or what have you. And yeah, that's about it. We get to start styling the hair after we rinse that out with cool water, okay? Cool or lukewarm, it's up to you, because we don't want to wash all the hair color that we just put in, okay? So right here, I'm just demonstrating my application. I'm trying not to stain her scalp, which in the end I actually do stain her scalp, which is very interesting because I combed her hair towards her face when I did the setting portion of the video. Okay, so right here I'm just making sure we have thorough and even coverage, combing that semi-permanent hair color through, massaging it in to get every single strand of hair so we can have even coverage. Okay, so here's a 360 of what the hair is looking like before you rinse it out, and I'll be back for the final results. Okay, so here is what the hair is looking like before we apply the semi-permanent hair color. As you can see, she has a nice brown hair color going on. But it's been relaxed, okay? And here is what the hair is looking like after the semi-permanent hair color has been applied and it's been shampooed or rinsed out, okay? Just a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. If you find my videos helpful or beneficial and you would like to make a contribution to the channel, please contribute to the Cash App. The link is in the description section down below. Thank you. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to give you a 360 of what the hair is looking like before we did our partial relaxer and semi-permanent hair color application. Right here, the hair is so short, I'm using the fine tooth comb to kind of show the texture of the hair. Just give you a quick 360 of what that's all looking like, okay? Okay, so here is an after clip of what the hair is looking like now that her hair has been relaxed and semi-permanent hair color has been applied to the hair. As you can see here, her hair looks a lot more shinier and healthier looking. Please don't mind that the hair color on her forehead. That's because I had to wrap the hair and I combed it towards the head and it left a stain, okay? So right here, I've curled the hair going up and back. And this is what the hair is looking like. And I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something new in this video. If not, just to refresh your memory of what to do when you have a relaxer, a partial relaxer, and a semi-permanent hair color application. Okay, so this completes my video on my partial relaxer and semi-permanent hair color application. Hopefully you learned something new or something that you can use in the next time you actually have something to do like this. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll watch the entire series and enjoy it as well. Okay, so thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.